All right, folks. Different setup, different game today. But let's do our same work. Make sure we keep our basics good. Now today I got a blunted sword, and again, like you work with what you got. Stick will work too, but for today's training, I want you to make sure you're using something that's not going to knock a hole in the wall or get damaged when you use it. Later today, understanding our range, how to manipulate our range. Your opponents are always going to be different, but your range should be consistent. You should understand your range. This is a phenomenally good training exercise for solo work because you need to range for fighting. This is a critical skill to be building, right? Good. I mean, I see I got the wide pan today. I'm going to try that because I want to show you guys. All right, but first, let's get in our good on guard and check yourself. That's the whole point of make sure we get that good solid foundational work. Those good solid foundational works that we're practicing. Remember, practice makes permanent, right? Practice makes habit. The more you do it one way, the more you're going to execute it later. So if you practice it poorly, you will do it poorly later. So let's make sure we focus on getting those individual foundational skills when we're doing this. All right, advance, keeping that good footwork. Advance, advance, retreat, retreat, retreat. Extend, lunge, parry, recover. Core concepts. Oh, and again, core concepts we're always keeping in the back of our mind every time we do this. We lead with the edge, right? We step back when we parry. We parry after we lunge, but before we recover. And we are playing by sense of feel, our sense of touch, right? We're using that to negotiate where our opponents are at more than our eyes. On guard. Right? Let's get the rest of our footwork in. Cross forward, feel that solid cross. Cross back. Boom. Right oblique. Left oblique. Left oblique. Right oblique. Getting that good transition. Remember, focus on these. Do them again by yourself. Do a couple just to feel where those, where your footwork is at to make sure you maintain that balance. We'll have a balance day, maybe not tomorrow, but today, I want to get a little bit of range in. So, we've done it all broken down. Let's put it all together. On guard, advance, 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 retreat, 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 lunge. Remember, that's one step, right? Sword starts, recover. That's a two-step. Got to get that parry first. Advance, retreat, lunge, recover. Right? Get that sweep. Cover those doors. Cover those lines. Remember, I kind of overswept it there, but same idea. That's, again, that whole point. I got too wide there. I don't want that. I want that. Boom. Have that narrow parry. Now's the time to practice this. Work on that. Focus on it. On guard. Advance, retreat, lunge, cover. There, I like that one more. Remember these emphases as we go. All right, so that's enough of our warm-up. Making sure we focus on those details. We did parries yesterday, so we're okay for now. Yeah. Now we're going to work on range. Yeah, baby, what's that? Yeah, go show Mama your controller parts. Okay, so you use what you got. Now, I set up something right here. I borrowed my daughter's rocking horse. She was okay with it. Because we're not trying to hit anything hard. Remember, when we're sword fighting, it doesn't do more damage to shove the sword all the way through your opponent, right? You just got to hit him hard enough to get the sword inside. So we're going for that light touch. Practice how we want to play, right? Understanding your range means we want to build a consistent lunge. And here's where I see a lot of fighters struggle. Everyone has something they do for a lunge, but often it is inconsistent and matches the moment. Now, I'm not saying we don't fight to match the moment. Obviously, we do. But I want you to have a consistent lunge for yourself that you can build from. So you can make it longer, you can make it shorter, but you have a consistent lunge for you. That way you know your range at all times. This is important, knowing your own range, okay? So, Again, my target, right? I've set this up. You can use whatever you have handy. I've seen people use the wall. I've seen people use a tree. I've seen people use anything they had around. You know, you live in a van down by the river, so you got to put that alley cat up there. Don't use a cat, I'm joking. But, you know, that's the idea. Important note, though, if you are going to stab something, make sure it's something that you're not going to break. Right? I don't want you putting a hole through your drywall. I'm not going to use this wall because it's hollow, right? I'll put a hole in the wall if I hit it too hard. You want something that you can get better at hitting so you can mess this up and still be okay. And I expect to screw it up a little bit because that's the point of getting good at something, right? Sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. So make sure you keep that in mind with whatever target you end up using. And it looks like quarantine's going to be a while, so if we're here longer, I'll try to set up more training tools that I've used and been meaning to set up anyway. And I'll set those up and show you guys how to use them too. All right. So I've got my target. I'm limited in range. I'm doing this in my living room, you know, so I'm just going to show you what I got, and I'll show you how we might have to change things. Ooh. Okay, so for example, I want to get where I think I can make a standard lunge and hit my target. I'm staying in this range even though I know I'm closer than I kind of want to be because I want you to see what I'm doing first, right? So I find that range where I know I can hit my target, and I'm not going to do an incredibly fast lunge. I'm not going to do an incredibly slow lunge. I'm going to go at a medium speed lunge, right? I get my extend lunge and I hit him with a little more pressure than I wanted, right? But not too bad for me from where I'm at. Now notice I'm not overextending my lunge. I'm not to the lunge, right? Lunge that I can make, I can consistently make a lunge, and I'm maintaining those good while I'm doing this, right? I want to have this consistent lunge. Now, I'm going to change my angle because I want to show you the goal of this exercise. I'm going to do advance, retreats, resets, find my lunge range from different situations so I can keep practicing this. So, now, I feel like I can still hit this target, but it's kind of at the end of my range, right? For a standard lunge. So if I make my standard lunge, I'm still hitting him, but I'm leaning a little. It's a little at the end of my range, right? I have to extend a little. So I know from here, it's kind of the end of my range. So I throw off my whole range. Now I'm going to set up again. Okay, I feel like I'm in a good range, but I might be a little close, so I'm going to inch back a little. Oh, I like that. This feels good. This feels like I should be able to hit him from here. I make my lunge. I'm touching him, but barely. Recover. So let's try it again. That first set was probably my better range. Lunge. Now I'm right where I want to be. Don't forget offhand. But now I've got my good range there. I'm resetting. I'm going to have to find that range again. All right, coming back. Boom. That feels right. I make my lunge. Boom. Maintaining my core mechanics in my lunge. Recover. Parry, recover. Let's not forget our important aspects as we do this. Now, I'm going to add movement instead of just constantly resetting. So I'm going to be advance, retreat. Now I got to find my range. I know I'm too far away. Got to get that advance. Feels like I can make it. I lunge. Get out. Got it? That's the drill. We'll do a couple more for funsies, but that's the plan for today. So one more time. I find my range. I want to be there. Open. Recover. And now I'm going to change it again. Find my range. Too close right there. Bam. Good. One more. I step around. I get close. I get back. Find my range. Boom. Recover. That's the idea for that drill. If you do that for 5 minutes, you'll definitely improve your range there. More stuff to teach. Say something. Otherwise, it's going to be the same stuff. I'm a foundational guy, right? We're going to be focusing on basics a lot, which is good. But it's also good to know if you have something you want to practice on, learn about, do at home. Let me know.